Firecracker 400 is a challenge we do here in China that's inspired by Festive 500 from Rafa. We kind of took that concept and adapted it for Asia. So we brought the firecracker in, which of course is related to the Chinese New Year celebrations. So yeah, it's a simple concept. You've got 7 days to ride 400 kilometers, and if you finish, you get an awesome stem cap with the Chinese zodiac animal sign of that particular year. So that's a really sought after cap. Most people actually ride the Firecracker 400 just so they can get the cap and proudly display it on their bike. In Beijing, where most of the people are doing it, at that time of the year it's quite cold. Usually temperatures are still below zero. You've been hibernating for the whole winter, and the idea of getting out on your bike in sub-zero temperatures and riding 400 Ks is not very attractive. But it's really rewarding, because if you do get out there and start riding, by the end of the week you've done 400 Ks, you've kicked off your season and you're ready for the spring, which is just around the corner. Last year, around about the same time as the Firecracker, we also tragically lost two awesome members of our cycling community here in Beijing. One of them was the Consulate General for the Italian Embassy, Filippo Nicosia. An amazing guy, really inspiring and the original part of our community. He died with a heart complication. And then a few months later, another member, John Martin, died of an accident while riding in Thailand on holidays. So when we were putting together the idea for the Firecracker this year, we wanted to raise some money for a cause that would have been close to those two guys' hearts. So we were racking our brains a little bit and trying to find a charity to donate to. And around about the same time, I got a message from Ross, who runs the Masaka cycling club in Uganda. And he was putting a call out for a couple of gravel bikes for a special race called the Migration Gravel Race. And you know, we make some awesome titanium gravel bikes here at Cirque. So we thought it would be cool to get them under some African talent. And I also had this kind of romantic idea to honour our lost community members by naming the bikes after John and Filippo. And that's how the project was born. So Cirque donated 2 frame sets, and then we made the call out to our community to group fundraise the rest of the money to buy the group sets and wheels and build kit to get these bikes on the road. So we had 100 riders sign up, which was a pretty good response. And the idea is you've got 7 days to ride your 400 kilometers. And this year, it was very difficult. The first half of the challenge, the weather was quite bad. And it was difficult for riders to get out and do their kilometers. So it started off quite poorly, and I was quite worried that we wouldn't meet the target. But the weather kind of cleared up midway through, and then some absolutely inspiring things started to happen. So riders really were keen to make the target and get their stem cap and raise the money for the Masaka Club. And they got out there and really ripped through the kilometers. Some of the most inspiring stories was there was a group that decided that they would ride all of the 5 ring roads of Beijing all in one day, which is an amazing achievement. I mean, just to ride through that distance, which is almost 400 kilometers in one day, is hard enough. but then you've got the freezing cold conditions, and then it was super windy that day, and then you've got to ply your way through the 5 rings of Beijing's crazy traffic, which takes 100% concentration 100% of the time. So they did that, which was out of this world crazy. Some people also rode their longest rides ever. Some people had injuries and kept going. Others did whatever they had to do to get it done, and it was quite inspiring. And in the end, we made the target by more than double. So that was awesome. So after all the funds came in, we sent the bikes back to the factory and got them engraved. We've named one of the bikes the Filippo Nicosia, and the other bike is called the John Martin. And under the chainstays, we have a little quote that was close to each of those guys. And we hope that this will inspire the African riders that get the bikes to ride that little bit harder, a little bit faster, and to go the extra distance. And of course, you know, the main idea is to get these guys on a level playing field with the other riders that'll be in the migration gravel race. So we're super proud of our Beijing community for getting off the couch, getting out in the cold weather, riding the thousands of kilometres and raising the money to get 2 of these bikes to Africa to start a new life. So let's see how they go in the migration gravel race.